right here is something that they can do all day long, even while they're talking. You know, they just be here all day long. They rope with their friends, we rope together, we have those games that we do. I've got one at the house where I draw circles where their feet have to be. We usually have 5 positions. They have to stay in the circles. And they come up and then they rope from there. And they rope 5 from there, 4, 3, 2, and then 1 is from back here. Now the reason you don't rope back here consistently is because it changes in here, but you have to be able to take this shot, but you won't be taking it on average 1 out of 50 times.
Which occasionally though you're getting a cow from the end of your rope, which your wife was telling me Justice did that one time, nailed a cow with just the very tip of the rope in her hand.
Yeah, it's hanging on the knot, yeah. So it's different and you have to be prepared for everything. I've got them where I have them walking on top of paint cans. 5-gallon paint cans, you know, they got to get out there and keep their balance, you know, do the same thing. And then I'll have them do that and then they have to go backwards on the cans without looking down.
Wow.
You use this, you can't move the cow. You can use it as some pressure and some help, but it also helps you in your roping. Because you're standing up in your stirrups and you've got to keep your balance and do this. Okay, when you pull that slack back, that horse knows it. He's wanting to go left, but you don't want to go left before your heeler's prepared. You don't want to just let your horse go left because he'll get to it. So you're going to have to take a hold of him. Okay. Now, when you're doing this on this paint can, you're in your right stirrup, which is going to make that horse stay to the right. Okay. Then when you come back here and you find your can, you find it, and then you get down on it. Okay. Now you're going to have to put your foot in your left stirrup. Okay. You're still controlling your cow because that's your responsibility. The better you control it, the better opportunity your heeler has. So you've got to be able to control that cow because you're balancing on one foot or the other. Now I don't have a horse between my legs, but you better be able to do it without it. And then when you come back here, and then you come back and make the last step, that's when you're dialing, and then you can come back and you can face. So the percentage of what it does is it slows them down. Because if you watch the kids, you know, they get in a real bad habit. They'll just come up here and they never stop. Which is the worst thing that you can do on a horse. That horse needs to learn position. You got to ride him up here, stop him. Now here's where you got to hold that horse. Here's where pressure begins. Here's where you hold him. Okay, so if you can do this, it's teaching your brain and your arm patience and control. So it's going to slow you down here, so it will slow you down there because then it becomes a muscle memory and your thought process changes, rather than roping to go left.
So what are the levels? I know here again, we were talking earlier, there's different levels. Was it 1 through 13 or something? Or?
Basically a 1 is someone that can barely ride a horse and swing rope at the same time. When you move to a 2 is when you can ride a little bit, still a novice level. You can ride and rope a little bit. When they move you to a 3 is you start catching a little more consistent. Move to a 4 when you catch it a little more consistent. You're still down there at the lower third at the end. When your runs start getting a little faster, you're turning it in the heart of the roping. It's when you move to a 5, a 6, a 7, and the faster you go. So it keeps a little bit of fairness. It keeps the ones that are, you know, the wicked ones away from them. You know, so it gives them a chance to feel some success. Because that's the thing with roping. Make donations for years. And then you'll start having a little success, and that's really what you want. And kids are the ones I really like to see. I like to see their numbers jump too quick. You know, they need confidence. Most of them aren't bound at the best. Most of them don't get the most practice. So, you know, they got to depend on an adult to get them a horse. You also got to get them a rope. You also got to get them a practice pin. So there's a whole lot of things that are involved with there, and I like seeing them held down numbers-wise, even though they may be roping a little more aggressively. And they don't have the things on their mind like we have. House payment, electric bill, gas bill, insurance, truck tires, fuel. But what they've got to deal with is they don't have that, but they're learning boyfriends, girlfriends, social structure, clothes, all that other stuff. And they don't understand that. So that will throw some things in there for them, even though they're not quite as distracted as we are with making the alimony payment or roping. So, but it just kind of keeps the levels a little bit more balanced. And there's no perfect structure. They've all got some political issues, but it's as close as we got right now.